After getting 2 wins in a row with Brock Purdy, the 49ers are 9-4 and sit atop the NFC West. Yeah, they were able to beat the Dolphins and absolutely dominate the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Surely no one saw that coming, especially considering that Brock Purdy is their starting quarterback. He is a rookie that they drafted with the final pick, and that's considered the Mr. Irrelevant. So, yeah, this is definitely a huge step for him. I'm sure no one expected this to happen. But, yeah, the 49ers have had some really shitty luck with some injuries at the quarterback position. First, Trey Lance goes down in week 2, and then Jimmy G goes down just a couple of weeks ago. So, they have to turn to Brock Purdy. So, pretty tall task, because this team surely is eyeing a Super Bowl, because they have the talent. They've got Deebo Samuel, they have Christian McCaffrey, they have George Kittle. On the defense, they have Nick Bosa, they have Fred Warner, so they've got stars all over this roster. So, yeah, this is already a crazy year for Brock Purdy, just because he's getting thrown into the fire. So we'll have to see if Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers can develop him properly. But yeah, this team, honestly, I think it's impressive that they're still this competitive despite all the injuries at quarterback, because Trey Lance went down in week 2 and they handed the reins off to Jimmy Garoppolo, and then he got hurt, and now they have to give it to Brock Purdy. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. That would be an awful if 3 quarterbacks got hurt in one season. But yeah, we're going to be playing with Brock Purdy. He fumbles the ball on the first play of this game, playing against the Cleveland Browns, by the way. For some reason, the intro got cut off when I was editing. But yeah, 2nd and 15. He fumbled there. We got lucky because CMC was able to pick it up. 2nd and 15. Purdy, he's going to fumble again. My goodness, dude. But fortunately, it falls out of bounds. It will make it 3rd and 21. Man, you got to do a better job of hanging on to the ball. That's 2 fumbles in a row. Got to be careful there. It's 3rd and 21. Able to find our superstar tight end, George Kittle, to make it 4th and 3. And it looks like they will go for it. They will. Purdy throwing to McCaffrey, who gets enough for the first down to keep the chains moving. So, thank you, George Kittle. You kind of saved that drive there, because Brock Purdy with those 2 fumbles really messed with the field position, but we were still able to pick up the first down, and we get another first down. Once again, thanks to George Kittle. He's such a game changer in Madden. As 1st and 10 gets bat up in the air, it's caught by McCaffrey, and then it falls out of his hands and is picked off by Johnson II. One of the weirdest plays I've ever seen. George Kittle had it, and then CMC had it, and then he didn't have it, and it went into Josh Johnson's hands. I don't even know what to say about that one, but the Browns will have the ball at their own 21. Now they're on 36 after a gain of 15 by Nick Chubb. They'll give it back to Nick Chubb on 1st and 10. He's going to get a big run here. Missed tackle there by the 49ers, and he's going to get all the way down to the 49ers 28. So, already a sloppy start by the 49ers. They had that one weird pick, and now their run defense was really struggling against Nick Chubb. They did okay on that play against Kareem Hunt, which will make it 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11, Deshaun Watson, it looks like he's going to pass here, rolling out to the right, and he's going to run out of bounds before he can throw it. So he's going to lose a ton of yards on this play. Big mistake by Deshaun Watson there. Loss of 13 on the play. We'll make it 3rd and 24. Surely they have to pass here. They'll attempt the pass. 3rd and 24. It's picked off by Fred Warner. Looking for Kareem Hunt, but instead he will find Fred Warner, who's going to get a big return here. He's going to get all the way down to Cleveland's 49-yard line. So, yeah, already sloppy offense from both quarterbacks. Both quarterbacks have already thrown a pick, and it's not even the end of the first quarter, so both these teams definitely have to do a better job of taking care of the football if they want to succeed on offense. Defensively, I mean, you can't be too upset if you're the 49ers. I mean, they were able to get the turnover that the 49ers offense surrendered. And yeah, so they'll have another chance to rewrite the script here as the Browns were unable to score, so it'll still be 0-0. So 3rd and 5 for the 49ers. See what they do here. They're going to pass, it looks like. 3rd and 5, he's going to throw to George Kittle, and he's got him. And he will get down to the 9 to put the 49ers into the red zone. So, yeah, George Kittle, man. I mean, our offense hasn't looked great, but he has. He has been, like, the only reason this offense has been functional. Because he's made some clutch catches. As on 2nd and goal, Brock Purdy back to pass. He's going to run out to the right, and he's going to bulldoze and get a touchdown. Bet you didn't expect that. Brock Purdy, a rushing touchdown? I surely didn't expect that. As... yeah, okay, that's not how I expected to score there, but is a score nonetheless, so we will obviously take that to go up 7-0, and we will see how Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns respond to that touchdown. See if they can get a touchdown or see if their offensive struggles will continue on this drive. We'll just have to see how it plays out. As 1st and 10, Deshaun Watson back to pass, gets taken down by Nick Bosa. He got an easy sack there. It looked like the Browns' offensive line really struggled on that play. 2nd and 18, Deshaun Watson getting taken down again by Ebucom to make it 3rd and 25. So Deshaun Watson is just losing a ton of yards. As 3rd and 25 is going to go deep, but this will fall incomplete. Looking for Donovan Peoples-Jones, but instead will fall incomplete, and they'll just punt here. So, I mean, really, the Browns' offense has looked atrocious. Like, Nick Chubb's looked good, but, like, other than that, they've just been sloppy. Kind of like how the 49ers are, because George Kittle is our offensive weapon. Speaking of George Kittle, he's going to get a big play there. Get down to the 19. So, yeah, George Kittle is our X factor, and Nick Chubb is the Browns' X factor. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to try to do a better job of spreading the ball out if we want to be more consistent on offense, as we do just that, finding Kyle Juszczyk on 1st down and 10 to make it 1st and goal after the pickup on 10. And on 1st and goal, hand off to Christian McCaffrey, but Browns are all over that. Only gets a gain of 1 yard. It will be 2nd and goal. And on 2nd and goal, Purdy is back to pass. He's going to throw to George Kittle, who catches it, but he's going to be 3 yards short of the touchdown. Gain of 4 on the play. It will be 3rd and goal. Brock Purdy's going to take off, and he's going to get his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. So, it's not George Kittle. Not Deebo Samuel, not Christian McCaffrey, but Brock Purdy has 2 rushing touchdowns. So, yeah, we're getting the touchdowns. Not the way I expected, but once again, we don't care how we get them. We just got to get them, and that we are doing. And we're shutting the Browns out currently, as their offense is struggling mightily. So we'll have to see if they are able to make some adjustments at halftime to try and get out of their funk here, as that will help as they get their first completion of the game to Amari Cooper on a slant route to make it 1st and 10 at the 42-minute left. They're going to do a screen pass to Nick Chubb, and Nick Chubb's going to get a big gain here. Looked like the 49ers weren't really covering that screen pass at all. They were more focused on the other guys. Nick Chubb was just left wide open, and that will happen if you leave him open like that, as David Bell's going to get a pass there. Gain of 7 to make it 2nd and 3. Deshaun Watson's going to find Nick Chubb in the flat, and he will get out of bounds to stop the clock. It will be 1st and 10 at the 23. And 1st and 10, Deshaun Watson back to pass. And he's going to go out to the right and just go out of bounds, stop the clock. 7 seconds left. So the Browns have a decision here, because if their play takes too long, they might not get 3 out of this. And it looks like they're just going to take their 3 now. Don't want to risk the play taking too long and not having time to set up the field goal unit. And works out. They get the field goal, and there will be like 3 seconds left in the half. So we'll see the 49ers can pull off some magic before halftime. As Kyle Juszczyk returning this, and he will just get tackled, and that will take us to halftime. 49ers 14, Browns 3. So yeah, that's a good half for the 49ers, you know, considering that their third string quarterback is in the game. They're able to shut down Deshaun Watson and Nick Chubb. So, good half. It could have been a little better offensively, but defensively they were dominant, as right now they continue their dominance as Nick Chubb trying to make that catch, but it gets incomplete, falls incomplete. And that will bring up 2nd and 10. And on 2nd and 10, Deshaun Watson's going to throw, and it's caught by David Njoku. Sketchy pass there. There was a user right there, but it will be a catch. It will be 3rd and 4. So already this Browns offense getting tested early on this drive, and they answer with a first down by Nick Chubb. Gain of 5 on the play for him. It will be 1st and 10 at the 36. Donovan Peoples-Jones on the reception. Had to come back a lot. He only gets a gain of 2 on the play. So it will be 2nd and 8. He just had to throw that ball away from the cornerback there. And because of that, they had to throw it further behind him as it's intercepted by Ufanga. And that's going to be enough for my opponent to rage quit. So this game, it's a win, but we got to play another game. We can't end on that, as our next game is going to be between the Buffalo Bills. They're going to travel to San Fran. So, I mean, hey, this could be a potential Super Bowl matchup, because the Bills are the number one seed in the AFC, and the 49ers are one of the favorites in the NFC to make the Super Bowl. It's them, the Eagles, the Vikings, and the Cowboys. I would say that those are the 4 teams that are most likely to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC. And I honestly think the 49ers have a good shot, just because, like, remember I said they were resilient because they're able to be competitive with any quarterback. Like, Brock Purdy is an he's the last pick in the draft this year, and he's already being thrown into the fire, and they're 2-0 with him. And they just beat Tom Brady's Buccaneers 35-7. They also beat the Dolphins, who have a juggernaut of an offense. So it's really impressive how they're able to, you know, stay competitive like this despite all of the bad injury luck at the quarterback position. So I honestly have to give them credit, because, like, there's a lot of teams I can think of that would not be doing this well if they had that bad of injury luck at the quarterback position. As they do give up a touchdown to the Bills, but I mean, the Bills are pretty good on offense, so I'm not super surprised there. We'll have to see if Brock Purdy and the 49ers can respond to that, as the kick is out of bounds, so we'll start the 40. We'll start off by giving the ball to George Kittle, who continues to keep getting force-fed the ball to make it 2nd and 1 at the 50. 2nd and 1, Brock Purdy is going to throw. Debo cannot make that catch. It was almost picked off by Tre'Davious White, but instead it will be 3rd and 1. And on 3rd and 1, Brock Purdy is going to throw, and pass is caught by Christian McCaffrey. Able to hang on there. Matt Milano able to tackle him for only a gain of 5, but it is enough for the first down, so we will take that. So 1st and 10 at the Bills 45. Brock Purdy's going to throw. Low pass, and it's caught by Jawan Jennings. Good hustle by him to come back to the ball. It was a low pass, and he's able to hustle back. It was a good throw by Brock Purdy, too. All the pressure. So, yeah, as on this play, he gets taken down by Gregory Rousseau. He was unblocked. So this will be 2nd and 18, and on 2nd and 18, Brock Purdy's going to find Deebo Samuel for a touchdown. So able to respond to getting sacked with a touchdown on the next play. So yeah, he's fitting in pretty well to this 49ers offense. So yeah, I mean, you got Deebo Samuel, you got George Kittle, you got Christian McCaffrey. You got a pretty solid offensive line. You have Brandon Ayuk, so I don't want to say it's easy to get fit into this offense because playing in the NFL is obviously not an easy thing to do. But, like, I mean, he's honestly a much better situation than most teams, honestly, as that ball gets batted away to make it 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Bills. And on 2nd and 10, Josh Allen's going to throw a deep pass to Stephon Diggs, and he will not be rewarded. It will be picked off by Gibson Sr. So, yeah, the Bills offense struggling on that drive, throwing a pick on like their 2nd play of the drive. So the 49ers will get the ball back. Christian McCaffrey going to rush for 6 yards on this play to make it 2nd and 4. And on 2nd and 4, they'll do a jet sweep to Deebo Samuel, but Bills are all over that as they'll actually lose 3 yards on the play. It will be 3rd and 7, and that will be the final play of the first quarter. And it's the first play of the second quarter, 3rd and 7. Pass is caught by Deebo Samuel, but he's tackled a yard short of the line to gain. So the 49ers already have a decision here. 4th and 1, looks like they're going to go for it. They'll hand it off to Kyle Juszczyk, and he will get the first down. So, aggressive decision pays off. I mean, it's Madden. You got to go for that, and we do, and it works. So 1st and 10 at the 37 for the 49ers. Brock Purdy's going to roll out to the right. He's going to throw wide open as Deebo Samuel, who's going to get all the way to the 39. So already the 49ers are in field goal range. As now it will be 1st and 10. Brock Purdy. It looks like the Bills aren't really rushing that many people because he's having all kinds of time on this play. See if he can find anyone. He's going to have kinds of time, but he cannot find anyone. As Shaq Lawson's able to come in and sack him for a loss of 9. So I guess that lack of NFL experience is coming back to haunt him. As it will be 2nd and 19. Once again, they're giving him tons of time, and this time he is able to find George Kittle. One hell of a catch by George Kittle. It will hang on to that while getting hit to make it 1st and goal at the 9. Keep the drive moving. As 1st and goal, he's going to throw it to Deebo Samuel, but it's picked off by Jordan Poyer. I didn't know he was going to pick it off. That was a good play by him. Pick that off. Because he was actually pretty open, but my opponent was able to user him at just the right time. So credit to him. As 1st and 10, James Cook gets flattened for only a gain of 6, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. It will be 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4, they'll hand it off to Devin Singletary, who fights for a gain of 3 to make it 3rd and 1 at the 21. And on 3rd and 1, they'll give it to Singletary, who just barely gets the first down. It's enough to keep the chains moving. It's all the Bills really care about. It's 1st and 10, play action pass for Josh Allen. He's going to throw. Stephon Diggs was wide open. He dropped it. Very, very rare for that to happen, but it sure did. As that will bring up 2nd and 10. Josh Allen's going to try Diggs again. This time he does make the catch for the first down, and it will be caught at the 45 of the 49ers. So, yeah, I still cannot get over how he dropped that wide open pass, because if he caught that pass and kept going, he probably would have had a touchdown, because I don't think anyone would have caught him. As that will be 2nd and inches. Josh Allen getting taken down right away. Loss of 2. He just ran right into pressure there to make it 3rd and 2. They'll hand it off to James Cook, who gets stuck by an offensive lineman, but he's still able to get the first down as there was no one there to tackle him. So the 49ers, not great defense on that play. As 1st and 10 at the 32, he's going to throw. This time, it's picked off by Ufanga, doing the one-handed interception. He did that in the last game, too. Dude, he's just switched to wide receiver. He can catch these. He can catch these balls because he's, like, doing those one-handed passes that you would expect, like, an elite wide receiver to make. So, I mean, he's good. Underrated guy on that defense, as that'll be 2nd and 1. Brock Purdy's just going to throw a low pass again. Pass is caught by Ayuk. And the 49ers will use their second timeout there. And on 1st and 10 at the 46, Brock Purdy is going to get taken down for a loss of 10. That's huge there, because now the 49ers don't have any timeouts. So they have to, if they want to get a field goal, they have to work with the sideline here. So it'll be 2nd and 20. Brock Purdy's going to have time again. He's going to throw. There's a flag on the play. Pass is caught by George Kittle. And it's going to be roughing the passer on Greg Rousseau. So not only does that stop the clock, but it also does give the 49ers an opportunity for a 49-yard field goal, and they get it. So now the 49ers will take a 10-7 lead going into halftime. So that's a big blunder by the Bills there. That could like decide the game. Like, that's just not a mistake you can make. Because if they don't have that roughing the passer penalty, if George Kittle catches that ball and they tackle him, the clock runs out because the 49ers can't stop it. They don't have a timeout. So really just a very unnecessary roughing the passer. It was like 3 or 4 seconds after he got rid of the ball too. So just a selfish penalty by Greg Rousseau. But I digress. We will go to the third quarter. As 1st and 10, gain of 2 by Christian McCaffrey to make it 2nd and 8 at the 39. And on 2nd and 8, Brock Purdy getting taken down right away by Taron Johnson, getting his first sack. He's not even a lineman, but he's just rushing, getting the sack. It will be 3rd and 17. Purdy's going to throw wide open as Deebo Samuel. You cannot let Deebo Samuel get that wide open if you're the Bills. Like, what the hell, guys? Like, I know I'm not complaining about that, but like, I think you make more of an effort to cover him. As, my goodness, Kyle Juszczyk gets absolutely lit up. So the Bills taking some of their frustration out on that play, as it will be 2nd and 10 at the 40. Brock Purdy's going to throw a quick pass to McCaffrey, and he gets a gain of 7 to make it 3rd and 3. And on 3rd and 3, they will do a read option. Deebo Samuel's lined up at running back, and Brock Purdy able to take this and get a 13-yard rush. I had a feeling they were gonna be more focused on Deebo than Brock Purdy. Speaking of Deebo, he gets a touchdown here to give the 49ers a 2-score lead. So, yeah, he was wide open on that play, too. The Bills were in zones, and that zone, there wasn't a zone in that area, and he was able to just expose that. So now the Bills got to be careful here, because if they don't score, the 49ers will have the ball with a 2-score lead. That's definitely not what you want, especially against them, because they like to run the ball a lot, and running the ball chews clock. So if you're the Bills, this is like must score. This is like must score territory here. So if you don't score, this could be dangerous, as they'll rush for a gain of 1 to make it 2nd and 9. They'll rush again, but this time he doesn't get a yard. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage to make it 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, Josh Allen is going to throw. It's picked off by Gibson Sr. So yeah, that was not good. Now he gets a pick 6 too. And my opponent decided that enough was enough, and he just quits the game. So, yeah, we went 2-0 in this video. It was a good fight by our guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video.